Hello friends, good morning or afternoon or whatever time it is. We have put this video together to help you understand a separate piece written by Joel Knowles. Finney and Jean attend Devon High School, a boarding school in Pennsylvania during World War II. They are a year away from being drafted into the war. Now, you're probably thinking, how does this apply to me? Well, you're in luck. The themes we will be analyzing today are youth and warfare. Together, these two themes show us the messages that as we grow up, we face more and more internal conflict. During the summer session at Devon High School, the seniors' classes were changed to focus on the war so that it could prepare them for being drafted. The book starts out with Jean and Finney entering their junior year, and the pressure of war is finally becoming real for them. But who wants to be stuck at school all day when you're young and free and it's summertime? To the boys, the war was just a game that they could use as a source of entertainment. We see some examples such as Blitzball and the Super Suicide Club of the summer session, both of which are created by Finney. The rules of Blitzball were made up as Finney and Jean and a few other boys played, and had no winner determined at the end of the game. To become a part of the Super Suicide Club of the summer session, you had to jump off the branch of the tree into the river. Finney, being the founder of the group, decided this rule for initiation from seeing the senior boys doing it as part of their training for the war. The first time Finney jumps off the limb, he says, "This is my contribution to the war effort." Finney desperately wanted to be a part of the war, even though he is still considered a kid and he wants to act the age he is and have freedom from the war. It's easy for him to play the games of war, but has no real intentions of joining the harsh reality of it. One school day, Finney convinced Jean to skip class and go to the beach with him. Going to the beach could mean expulsion if they got caught. A beach symbolizes having fun and being carefree, which is what Finney is looking for, a place that isn't polluted by ideas or thoughts of war. The two boys go to a carnival, drink beer, and even fall asleep on the sand. Going out into a thrilling adventure like this is typical for teenagers. This shows the youthful side of the boys, who are slowly being pushed to grow up quicker due to World War II. They are just being kids, not adults who are soldiers in training. It's a revelation that Leper wants to jump out of the tree, and even though Jean wants to study for a test, he is more concerned with seeing Leper take the leap. It is customary that both Finney and Jean jump off the tree first to start any meeting of the Super Suicide Club of the summer session. When they both get up to the top, Jean jolted the limb, knocking Finney out of the tree. After Jean does this, we can tell he is at inner turmoil. But it isn't just Jean who gets caught up in the self-conflict. Finney does too. He no longer can do sports due to his injured leg, and when he arrives back at Devon, he misses the transition from the summer session to the school year. He comes back and says there is no war, that is just a bunch of old men fighting, when before he was all about helping fight against the Germans. Finney not only refuses to accept the reality of war, but furthermore, he doesn't accept the idea of the world he no longer fits into. He is ill-equipped to face the harsh reality of his new world, one where he cannot participate in fulfilling his dreams. Leper was a friend of Finney and Jean. His hobbies included collecting snails and skiing slowly through the woods so he could look at the trees and find deep beaver dams. When he found out there was a troop of soldiers that ski, Leper was very excited about this news because he thought he could go tour Europe to look at the scenery on skis and not have to kill anyone. Leper chose to enlist in the army early, but he then ran away because it was not the vacation he had hoped it would be. Once he returns home, Leper sends a message to Jean disclosing his location. When Jean arrives to Leper's house, we soon find out that he has lost his marbles. Leper was not ready to grow up, so when he was thrown into the grown-up world of the war, he struggles to adjust. Even though he was physically a part of the war, Leper caused his own internal war, to which he did not survive with a sound mind. A separate piece is about war and growing up. However, this book should not just be seen at its face value. It's about the struggles, the emotions, and the internal conflicts that stand out in the book that we need to take a closer look at. The transition from peace to war is much like the transition from youth to adulthood.